Yeah, hi ladies and gentlemen. Today we are talking about Overstay, about Salvoconductos. There are more or less three parts I'm going to talk about. The first part is what are the consequences of an overstay? What are the penalties? There is a lot of confusion. I will tell you what is written in the law and what you have to expect. The second part is what to do when you realize you are in an overstay already. There are two options you have. And then the third part is, let's say you already have a visa to reapply the visa, but probably during this process you will become illegal in the country because your actual visa is going to expire. Or you're on a tourist visa and it's your first visa you apply and you realize, hey, the time is not enough, I will be illegal during the visa process. How can you solve that? This will be the video of today. If you are an expat here, living here, you want probably to buy properties, you don't know about how it works with the taxes, double taxation duties, health insurance, how to rent an apartment, then follow this channel. Here I give you all the important information that you should know as an expat. We are serving expats already since 2017. We are lawyers, we are CPAs, we are based in Medellín and in Santa Marta, but we serve all over Colombia our clients. You also can just give a short phone call. The first consultation is free of charge. Thank you very much for your attention, but now start with Overstay. Things changed, and I will tell you what the law says today. We have the resolution 2357 from the year 2020, and this regulates more or less four categories of offenses. If it's a minor offense, a moderate offense, a serious offense, a very serious offense. Let's start with the minor offense. The penalty for a minor offense is between a half a minimum salary and 8 minimum salary. A minimum salary is 1.4 million, approximately 350 US dollars. This is when it's your first overstay or whatever. Then we have the moderate overstay or the moderate offense, and this means then the penalty is at least 4 times the minimum salary and maximum 100 times the minimum salary. So that's a lot of money. This can be 35,000 US dollars. Be aware of that. And of course, I never have seen that so far that someone had to pay such an amount. But the law gives the possibility, and we see things are changing, things getting harder, and so on. Also on a political perspective. Be aware of that. And then we have the serious offense, and there is no more a table how many minimum salary. Then you probably get also the status of deported. Usually when you are more than a half a year illegal in the country, then you get usually the status of deported. And then we have the very serious offenses, persona non grata. And what are the consequences of a serious offense? When you get the deported status, then you cannot enter the country at least a half a year. Up to 10 years you cannot enter anymore the country. And when it's a very serious offense, then you cannot even get back to Colombia for lifetime. But the serious offense I already have seen, where people get banned from the country for a year, for 2 years, for 3 years. This already happens, I have seen that. And here is something very important to know. So I had already clients, let's say they had already an overstay of more than a half a year. They left the country, they had to do some paperwork at the airport, they even came back, and so this was working a couple of times good. because at the airport they are going to open up an administration case against you, a legal case, and this takes time until the legal case is closed. And until it is not closed, you can enter the country, leaving the country, nothing happens. But when the case is closed, it could happen that you arrive at the airport, they see in the system you get the status deported, and as I explained to you, they can ban you from the country a half a year minimum up to 10 years. And then you have to pay the penalty, and you go back to your airplane and fly back to your home. So this happens. You cannot enter anymore the country. So therefore, take the things serious. I really can recommend you that. I know many people are going to write me in the comments, yeah, no, I could enter many years and nothing happens. Believe whatever you want. But I tell you what is in the law written, what is fact. Okay, now straight to the part 2. Now you are illegal in the country, you have probably a month overstay or so, or 6 weeks. So what can you do? You go to the migration office, you explain them the situation, you have an overstay, and you want to get a so-called Salvoconducto, is it called? A Salvoconducto, this is regulated, just give me a second, in the Decreto 1016 from the year 2020. With this Salvoconducto, you are illegal now. In the migration office, they open up the administration case against you, the legal case against you. This takes a little bit time for all the paperwork. It's not done in 5 minutes. When this is finalized, you pay 85,000 pesos, around $20, for a so-called Salvoconducto. This is a paper. With this paper, you are more or less again legalized. And you can leave the country at the airport without any trouble and problems. I really highly recommend to do that. The other option you have, you go directly to the airport, or you even not realize that you have an overstay, you now at the airport, you want to leave the country, you have to pass the migration, the passport control or check, and they will realize you have an overstay. So now they take you apart, you go in an office of the migration, and now they open up a legal case against you. You will not get this Salvoconducto, they just open up the legal case against you. You can imagine, as I explained to you before, this takes time. Now, when you are leaving the country from an airport like Cartagena, then you're the only person with having an overstay. If you're leaving from Bogota, then you probably have 15 other people like you with an overstay, and you line up in the migration office, and I had already clients, they missed the plane, the flight, because you have to wait. If there are 10 people in front of you, you wait 5 hours or 6 hours until it's your turn. So therefore, when you go to the airport, you know you have an overstay, go a couple of hours before if you don't want to lose your flight. Because migration office, they don't care if you lose your flight, if you have to buy another ticket. I always recommend be polite with these people from the migration office, because they have a range of penalties they can give it to you. As I explained to you, they can qualify if it's a moderate, if it's a minor offense. So, and you have seen the range of penalties they can give you is enormous. And if you want to fight with them at the airport, probably then they are not very good friends with you, and they give you a really hard penalty. So now, part 3. You want to apply a visa. Let's say, you realize you just have 3 weeks left on your actual visa or your tourist visa. And a visa application takes about 1 month, more or less, from the time when you send out the visa application. Now you're going to be illegal in the country during your visa process. And when you become illegal, they stop your visa process immediately. They are not working anymore on the visa application. So what can you do? There is also, it's called Salvoconducto. We have heard that before, the Salvoconducto. When you are already illegal to leave the country, they give you additionally maximum 30 days to leave the country. This is one Salvoconducto. The other Salvoconducto is you are already legal in the country, you are going to realize that you become illegal, and you are already in the visa process. Then you can apply a Salvoconducto, and the migration office is giving you 30 days to close your visa process. Even if it's not enough time, you can even get an extension of the 30 days, a second Salvoconducto, in case of it takes much longer. So that means you have to apply your visa when you are legal in the country. You have to apply your Salvoconducto when you are legal in the country. When you are already illegal, you can forget it. So then it does not work. So therefore, be careful with the time frame, and you also can give us a call. We support you also with getting a Salvoconducto. In general, look that you avoid staying illegal in the country. When you're in a visa process and you realize probably it will be not enough time to finalize it, make a time, an appointment, get your Salvoconducto, and then you can close your visa process without any stress. One time illegal here, yeah, things are going to mess up in general. Okay, and don't forget to follow the channel, and then hopefully we see us once, and just give me a call. And I wish you all the best. A good stay here in Colombia without overstay, hopefully. Okay, bye bye.
In Colombia's embrace, feel the rhythm.